I wanted to talk about Kawhi Leonard. He is like the MVP of his team, the Toronto Raptors. They just won the NBA Finals. And I wanted to talk about how he protects his light skinned wife, Cashel Shipley. I believe they got together when they were both in college. His wife is a black woman. Um, she's biracial, but she's culturally a black woman. And with a name like Cashel, we kind of know who was raising her, probably her black mama. I don't really know her parental background, but I'm going to assume that her mother was black with a name like Cashel, because I doubt that a black father would name their daughter a name like that. But I don't know. I'm just speculating and hypothesizing. Ever since he won, people have been digging into his background and trying to figure out exactly who he is, including his kids, his wife, his family background. What did his parents do? That's what happens when you're a celebrity. People dig into your background and they want to know everything about you. I don't know what it is about being famous. People just want to know, how did this person become who they are? Where do they come from? How do they go from being a regular person, just like you and I, to this mega superstar? So it was discovered that he does have a wife, which I didn't even know he had a girlfriend, but I'm not really a huge fan of basketball anyway, so I really wouldn't know. Even hardcore basketball fans didn't realize that he had a wife and kids. Like, he keeps his private life very private. His wife, I don't think she has any desire to be famous or be out in the public like some other people's wives want to be, like Ayesha Curry, who I love, and I see no problem with it, even though she's gotten a lot of backlash lately because she simply said she wanted a little bit of attention because her husband gets so much outside attention from women, from men, from the media. So she was simply saying, she just wants to feel like she's relevant as well. And she wouldn't mind getting a few glances from guys here and there. So she felt like a human being. So she didn't feel invisible, which I'm thinking, like, I've never been in that position where, the guy I was with outshined me when it came to attention. We've always just been, two regular people. I wasn't famous. He wasn't famous. So I didn't have to ever deal with stuff like that. I can only imagine what it's like to see scores of women constantly hitting on your husband. And I'm sure the majority of these women are beautiful and younger, older, whatever. I'm sure a lot of them make her feel a certain kind of way. She's only human. She's not a robot. Of course she's going to have insecurities and self-doubt, and, she's a person. I believe Ayesha Curry did want to be an actress when she was younger, and I think she kind of put that aside to have kids and to be Steph Curry's wife. So, after a while, that could get boring. She doesn't have to want for anything. He makes plenty of money to support them. But, she doesn't want to just be a housewife. I'm sure she can afford nannies and butlers and all that kind of stuff. So she wants to be in the limelight. Nothing wrong with that. If people want to hire her to be a host of their TV shows, or to do interviews with her, or to ask, if they want to give her own cooking show, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with her making an extra living outside of her husband? At least we know she's not a leech. At least we know she's not lazy, and that brings in another income for their family. So, I think more power to Ayesha. She's an amazing person, and I'm really proud of her. She just got this new show on E! Called Family Cooking or something like that. Okay, I don't know the exact title, but something about families cooking together. It's a family cooking competition. Like, families compete with other families on a cooking show. But, congrats, Ayesha. Rooting for you, girl. Anyways, Kawhi Leonard protects his light-skinned wife. He does not have her all over social media. He does not take a bunch of pictures with her and plaster her all over his Instagram or his Facebook or anything like that. And I think it's because he sees the backlash that light-skinned women are getting for just being born, just for existing. If we breathe wrong, we're a headline. If we say anything that other people don't like, we're a headline when we're with famous black men. or when we are famous ourselves, we make headlines for not saying the most perfect thing. I do know the source, and the source is angry, bitter, jealous, dark-skinned women. And they have used their platforms to manipulate the Black community into blaming light-skinned women for all of their issues. So I do know, and that has unfortunately leaked over to light-skinned men also. Light-skinned men don't realize that they're being thrown under the bus as well. So they act like it's just us, but no, you're being thrown to the wolves also. For the most part, I do notice that light-skinned men will defend themselves a lot quicker and harder than light-skinned women will. But light-skinned men are men. They're masculine. They're supposed to be, defending themselves. They're supposed to be, men. They're supposed to have that aggressive energy. Light-skinned women, we don't have that aggressive masculine energy, where we're like ready to fight and go to war and all that kind of stuff. Like a lot of light-skinned women, we have mental perseverance. We don't have that super aggressive cuss somebody out energy like a lot of dark-skinned women have. We don't really have that kind of, brutal inner, I can't describe it, but a lot of darker-skinned women can be aggressive. And even they'll admit it that they can be aggressive and somewhat abusive. They don't care. They'll admit it. Yeah, we can be abusive. And what? So what? And, like, what you gonna do about it kind of a vibe. Anyways, I believe Kawhi Leonard knew that he needed to protect I think there's something that Black men know that Black women are not aware of. I think this is something like, there's like a hidden code between Black men that Black women are not aware of, because I think a lot of darker skinned Black men realize that lighter skinned women do need extra protection from these jealous, crazy darker skinned Black women who are just envious of them. Even Chance the Rapper's wife is light skinned, and she's been called ugly and masculine looking a million times. And that's the woman that he chose to be with, but yet she still gets dragged by his jealous ass fans. So the same thing with Kawhi Leonard's wife. I think he didn't want her to go through what Aisha Curry went through, what Chance the Rapper's light-skinned wife went through. I think he just wanted to protect her. So I want light-skinned women to see that, we are protected by our men. Like, choose a man like Kawhi Leonard who will protect you, and a man who wants to shield you from the BS. I want light-skinned women to see that, when you get with a real man that truly values you as a light-skinned woman, he will protect you. He will do whatever he can to protect you, just like Steph Curry protected his wife when she was being attacked. So, I just want light-skinned women to see a model for what kind of men they should be going after. Go after men that will protect you and provide for you at all costs. Like a Kawhi Leonard, like a Will Smith does for Jada. Go after men who will protect you. I really admire Kawhi Leonard for that. Thank you for protecting your light-skinned wife. Thank you to all the Black men who protect light-skinned women and defend us when we're being unfairly targeted and bullied and harassed, because it's gotten really bad lately, and we're being ganged up on by so many YouTubers with their huge subscriber base. We're being drowned out. No one's listening to our voice. No one is hearing our voice because, people have already said out loud, who cares about light-skinned women's stories? Who cares about light-skinned women's voices? People that are just bitter and deranged and just want someone to hurt because they're hurting inside. So I wanted to put that out there. I wanted light-skinned women to realize that you are valued and that you are amazing women, and there are men out there who really, truly do value you. So do not listen to all the hype about how everyone is calling light-skinned women ugly lately, and everyone is kind of just dragging light-skinned women for filth for no reason. Please realize that, you are not valueless. You are not valueless, and men will protect you. That's all I wanted to say. And thank you for listening, and I'll see you with the next video, or I'll see you on the next video. This is Buku Love. Have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe.